Chill. You already know it's your boy Joe back at it again. Codingphase.com. Your boy's backing out and did it again one more time. It's been a minute since we had one of these type of live streams where we do it in the nighttime. Okay. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. You know me, I'm doing all right. Okay. Today I actually have a special guest for this live stream. Okay. And it's a friend of mine, somebody who is also an ex co-worker, somebody who is an expert in this field, right? When it comes to AI automations and it's also a great designer. Okay, so shout out to him, right? I got my boy Tonio in here. Let me see if I start putting him in the screen. Okay, I'm gonna add him to the right. And yeah, there we go. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add you to the. Let me see. Should I put you? I'm gonna put myself on the right and you on the left.
Oh, okay.
What's good? What's good, Tonio? What's going on?
Oh man, hanging in there, getting ready. I got the Sunday anxiety for ready for Monday for work.
Word, word,
That's it.
word, word. Yeah, man. For those of you guys that don't know, this live stream we're gonna talk about a bunch of different topics. We're gonna talk about AI automations, the future of this, and we're gonna just bounce ideas and get to catch up on a bunch of things. Okay, so Tony, I mean, tell me a little bit about yourself, as far as like, and tell the people. I mean, I already know, but just to give the people a little quick introduction about who you are and what you do. Okay, so go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, let's see. I am Tonio. My name's Tonio. I'm a multidisciplinary designer. I've been designing for 15 years, specializing in web identity, creative direction, and just pretty much helping businesses improve their brand image. So I've been doing that consistently for 15 years. Not alone, collaboratively. Like I worked with you. We collabed on a lot of projects. But yeah, that's pretty much sums up what I do. So I'm kind of like in the shadows. Don't have my face out there for a reason, but yeah, just doing work in the background.
Yeah, man. I mean, let these people know. Sometimes some of these people, the dweebs and the random trolls, be like, "Yeah, this guy never worked a day in his life. All he's been doing is just YouTube." Like, this is my
Nah,
coworker,
definitely.
guys. This is one of my coworkers. And we had a lot of fun. Me and Angel used to work in an agency in Queens, New York, Astoria, in an agency called Cat's Eye, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Sonia. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sana. Shout out to the other little homies that was in there. But yeah, man, we had a good vibe, and it's crazy because when I look back on that time, I'm like, man, I had so much fun, bro. I was like so free. I got no kids, I got no wife, I got no nothing. We were just flowing. And it's funny because Angel at the time already had a wife, had a kid, and he was like, yo, bro, like his son is already mad big compared to my kids. But yeah, it's just funny because it's like at that time I was just free balling, bro. I just like I go to work, you know what I mean? Go to work in
Oh,
the
good old
morning,
days.
just pop up. After that, go outside, have a freaking, go to the little restaurant, the little Greek restaurants around there. And just like shit, I get home when I get home. There's days that I'll leave out of there. I can't remember if it was like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock that we used to clock out of there. Angel used to always stay late. He'll be the first one to open up, and he'll be the last one to leave. Because he will always work on a million different projects. He will go in, do the branding, do the web design, do email
Yeah.
campaign, jump into creating a website for, let's say, a WordPress site. He's the one that basically talked to the clients directly, like created the logo. Like this is the guy that pretty much controlled everything in that agency as far as like anything that was gonna get built, even on from my end, it touches Angel first. Then from there, I'm the one that's making it into a reality. We also had some other dude, some random dude, I think Costa Rica or some shit. Like he was like another. You remember that guy? We had some dude in Costa Rica, freaking being a remote developer. I mean, he was cool, but we bump heads here and there a couple
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah. God, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
I
bro.
forgot his name.
It's irrelevant. Costa Rica, dude. You know what I mean? That's his name.
Yeah, yeah, scheming out everyone in the States, scheming everyone out. He was just taking advantage. I mean, kudos to him. You really think about it, that's the way to do it, you know? Take advantage of that.
We're working remote before remote was even popular, yo.
That's
For
right,
real.
yeah. He took very inspiring. I mean,
Mhm.
those the projects that we worked on, I was counting it after 2 years, about 50 different customers that we worked on, from logos to like storefronts to marketing collateral, even social media. And from the time that you were there, you were packing on website to website, not having understand like why are we packing on so many websites at once?
Yeah,
It's
no.
like the flow of it.
Yeah, we
It's
was
just a
cranking
small
out like two, three,
business.
yeah, two, three websites in a week, and
That was crazy.
deadlines, But what's crazy is for someone like yourself, like you had to go in, build a logo, find the branding for the company, then do the
Yeah.
design, right? Then go meet with them, right? Present it, right? And then from there, Sonic comes back all stressed out, smoking like 20 cigarettes outside, like, yo, listen, guys, I told him it's by Friday. It's like, yo, but hold on. It's like, this shit can't get done by Friday. It don't matter. It needs to get done by Friday. So anybody that has worked in a small agency, you know how this shit is, right? This shit is like super fast paced, right? But you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? The cool thing about it is like I always had my little tricks. I pretty much like almost every type of website that they wanted to build, I already had built it before. So I was
Mhm.
just in there copy and pasting and then just doing the front end to whatever design Angel had. And that's how you do it when you're working for an agency. Even for anybody that's thinking about freelancing, like you gotta have like references of work that you have done before so it could speed up the process, right? It makes no
Exactly.
sense to be building a website from scratch every single time. What you do is you go in, you build a site. Let's say someone gives you like a restaurant. You never built a restaurant, you built one restaurant, and now all your projects are based off that restaurant website. And then now it's much easier. You could crank it out. Because remember, you make money according to how many projects you get to do. So if you go in and be like, well, it's gonna take me a month to do this project, it's like, bro, you're only gonna get paid one time this month. But if you go in and you say, I'm doing 3, 4, 5 projects on a weekly basis, then yeah, now you're getting a bag. So you gotta get used to the idea of working fast. So yeah, let me see. Shout out to everybody in here. We got a couple of people in here. We got my boy Billy Rodriguez. We got Maverick Sanders. Are you guys working on agentic AI? Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that in a second. Ryan making noise says AI is crazy. Currently having 5 computers running. I be wondering like, when people say things like that, be like, "Yo, I got 5 computers running right now. I got OpenClaw. I got this, and that." I be wondering like, what are you guys doing with that, right? Because even like for me myself, like I've been going over like OpenClaw. Like everybody's hyping up this thing called OpenClaw. I don't know if you've been paying attention to that, Angel. And People's just like been talking about this. I got this Mac Mini running, this other Mac Mini running, this other Mac Mini running. And I'm like, but what are you using it for? Because for what I saw with OpenClaw, right? And me trying it out a couple of days, a lot of the stuff that OpenClaw can do, you can do with something like NAN, right? Where you could set up those same automations, right? And you have more control, right? And you just say, okay, I run this automations through here, through NAN when I need them. Something like OpenClaw or and some of the other ones that's out there, I feel like it just eats up a bunch of credits, and like you have to be very careful to have like having like just a computer running all day, running tasks and tasks and tasks. Like
Exactly.
I personally don't see the value like some people put it out there, because also too like in social media there's so much freaking hype, bro. Like sometimes people hype up services, hype up freaking different things that gets put on the algorithm, and everybody's scrambling to go use it. And then when you actually use it, because you're gonna build something, you're like, what? This shit is not like what they was selling me online. Like this shit kind of garbage. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. But there's a bunch of stuff like that, just like with AI, even different services for like images or videos or even for generation for like text or even code. Like
Yep.
people hype up every single time that something new comes out, a new version or whatever it is. people go in and hype it up, and they be like, "Man, this is the latest. This is the best one. Y'all need to stop whatever y'all was doing." And it's like, bro, like, do I need to stop what I'm doing already if I'm already doing good and I'm making money with it? Like, do I gotta go in and switch services or whatever, or whatever, package or whatever you might be using? Like, it doesn't really matter.
That's the current issues I'm dealing with as well. You have other people recommending new things that, this hot at the moment. It's like multi-platform things like, oh, okay, let's do Luma, Lovart, or Higfield, like things like that. It's like, wait a minute, like let's take it easy, focus on one thing at a time because you don't necessarily need all these,
Mm-hmm.
applications in one platform. I feel like it's a bit of distraction at the time, but I completely understand that.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. I'm looking through the chat. Also too, as we having conversations, guys, leave a message in the chat, and I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up here on the live stream. So we'll discuss whatever you guys mention in there. Ryan makes noise, says, work, personal working on a site for a real estate agent and a fun music quiz iOS app. My Mac Mini Plex server, AWS, VPS running open cloud. Yeah, bro, you one of those people that's like, yo, I'm fucking. If my computer's not screaming, am I am I really using this shit properly? It's like, yo, that computer's like this, holding on to a thread, like, like I can't take it no more. He got me doing everything, like, oh
Yeah.
man, for real.
They're gonna come after us. I'm telling you, the Skynet. They're gonna come after us. Like, yeah, you remember you overpowered me doing all this crap?
Word, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if that shit has memories. Cause sometimes I'll be cursing at the AI. I'll be using like cursor, and I'll be like, "Yo, the fuck, like, this is not what I wanted. Go fix this back." Da da da. I curse it, and even on my rules, I'll be like, "Yo, don't fucking play games with me. Give me the real shit." Like, and then it's like, yo, 10 years later, it's like this shit is somewhere in the context. It's like, yo, you remember me? You know what I
uh,
mean?
it's
I'm locking your
abuse,
whole
definitely.
your whole house up. You know what I mean? Like, like, yo, now you
No, I
can't get
can't
out.
front. I do the same thing with like Alexa. Like I'm constantly cursing at Alexa.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, man. Getting into this idea of like automations, right? We focus a lot here on trying to help people get into the game, right? Get into the first job. A lot of times you see like on YouTube or even like any social media platform, a lot of times people focus on the new shiny objects, right? So shiny object syndrome, or like this new job that, or not even new, it could be like the most high paying job out there, and everybody's trying to learn the skills to get that job. But then most of the time you can't get that job because you have no experience, right? It's like, for you, right? You in the world of design, and imagine somebody that comes in and be like, well, I just graduated college, or I just took a YouTube tutorial, and I'm like, now I'm applying for creative director. It's like, bro, there's levels to this shit. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
first start. You gotta start from the bottom. You gotta go try to make a T-shirt design first. You get what I'm saying? Go, like, that's what
Gosh.
you want to start with, something simple, or like something like, you know what I'm saying? Because for you to think like, okay, what's the highest paying job in the design space, might be like creative director, right? Um,
Mhm.
so if you go in and be like, well, I'm preparing myself to be a creative director, right? And then now you're trying to go into the job market, you can't get hired because you have no experience. The same thing happens in development, where people come in and they search what are the top paying jobs in tech, and they'll see software engineer, and they'll see all these big companies that have all of these jobs that might pay 150,000, 100,000 in stocks, and 50,000 in bonuses, and this and that, and every year you get an extra 50,000, right? Like, they get excited about that, but it's like, bro, like, everybody in the world wants that job. Guys who have 10 years want that job. So now
Yep.
when you go in and you're like, okay, I want to start my career in tech, and I want to get into the space, you're making your life more difficult by trying to go for something so high as your first job, right? So my job here in this community is to, burst people's bubbles, and bring them down to earth. You get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, let's get you in first, okay? Let's get you in first, right? and get you into your first job, because once you have experience, then now you can go in and apply to bigger roles. If you have zero experience, you've never done anything, you never worked in a professional environment, how can you go in and be like, let me go in and try to get the job that everybody wants in the world, right? You're making the odds against you. Like you're going like at the worst odds. It's like make your life easy, because the first step is should be to get into the job, right? So I focus a lot on helping people get into like email development, right? Email development, web administration, things like Shopify development, which just makes their life much easier. Because my goal is, I don't want you to come to my platform, codingphase.com. By the way, for anybody that's watching this, right, go check out codingphase.com. I'll put it right here on the screen for any of you guys that's interested. But yeah, like I don't want you to come to codingphase.com and then now you're here on the site and you sign up. It's $1 a day, right? Literally, like you could come in, sign up today if you guys want, right? But you come in and you sign up and you're coming into this platform with your hopes and dreams of, hey, I'm gonna take these courses, I'm gonna sacrifice this extra time that I have when I come home from work to get a new career and get a new job. And then they spend 9 months, a year, and they're like, well, I can't even get a job. It's like, no, it's like, that's why I rather go in and focus on these type of things that allow people to get their first job. Because we get paid for results. We don't get paid to teach just to teach. Like that's why if you go on YouTube, you'll watch a tutorial of some random shit that just popped up today. Today the Teletubby framework, with the Krusty the Clown package just came out, and now this guy's teaching you that shit on YouTube, and you think, well, I gotta scramble to go and learn that. But there's no jobs for that shit. That shit just came out today. Nobody using that shit. You know what I mean? So for us, we focus on shit that's really gonna get them into a good position and get them started. But yeah, so talking about like automations and in this space, you know, there's a live stream that I did maybe like a day, 2 days ago, where I talked about how most companies, they don't really need like a junior developer, right? They don't need somebody at a junior role, even for designers, anybody. And it's gonna be like that for every single company. And
Yeah.
people got scared when I said that. I said, yo, they don't need junior developers no more, right? And what that is the grunt work, right? You know how a couple of years ago you could go and get a job where in reality it's like, hey, just build this page, right? And you could do just that page and you don't have to worry about maybe a database. You don't have to worry about building nothing big. It's like, I just need you to come in and fix this menu. Guess what? That's a skill, but that skill can be done with AI in 2 seconds. So now I might not need what traditionally was a junior developer, right? I might need somebody that's coming in mid-level, senior level already to get their first job, because now you're not getting hired for just like coding, right? Before it was like, okay, we have a team of developers, right? And there's the juniors that they do the grunt work, the mid levels they do a little bit more difficult work, the senior levels they have more responsibilities. They gotta mentor the juniors, they gotta mentor the mid levels, right? When shit breaks, the senior level is the one that comes in and fixes everything, right? But those tasks that the junior level developer had before, we don't need that no more. So when I say
Yeah.
you don't need a junior developer, right? Of what traditionally used to be like a junior role, now you got to come in like really at a level where it's like it's mid to senior, what we will consider before mid to senior. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the starting point now is. It's the same thing for you. Like in design, I'm pretty sure now with everything that's happening, there used to be a point where probably there was like they'll hire a junior designer to come in and help out, removing let's say your image, remove the background of all these images. You do
Mm-hmm.
that shit with one
Touching up.
button now. We don't need you to do that no more.
The same goes for concepts too. Even mocking up like landing pages and coming up with ideas, like, that's not even thrown their way. Now they got the owners doing it at home and then sending it back like, "Hey, bring my ideas to life. Let's see what we can
Mm,
do with this." So it's the
yeah.
same thing. But I mean, to your point, I feel like this whole thing is based on the fundamentals. So it's like by the book. If you have to go through establishing all the fundamentals of every field, whether it's design or web development, it's like you have to know the basic steps to start from. And I feel
Hmm.
like that's when the experience comes from. You're bringing something with it, and it's not just like jumping into it and relying on AI for the perfect outcome. And it's the prompts and all that. Like, no, if you are by the book, learn step by step, then you apply that with AI, then all this is just it's enhancing tools. That's all
Hmm.
it is. So it's harder to even get looked at like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I feel like the same thing for like, developers. Like, some people I see that they're like, oh, so I don't gotta learn this because I could just have AI do this. And it's like, no, it's
Uh,
like that's not how it works. It's like you gotta still learn how to code. You still gotta
mhm.
learn the fundamentals. But now when you're going to get a job, you need to bring more to the table than just I just know how to code and that's it. Because
Yeah,
right now they don't need you to do the grunt work. So now you got to come in with extra skills, extra tools, and it really comes down to bringing value to the
yeah,
company. So before it was like, okay, think about it like this: like a lot of companies will hire a bunch of developers and engineers because you had to throw a lot of people at a problem so it could get done fast, right? Before it was more like I need 100 engineers so we could get this shit done in a month, right? So they'll hire everybody, bring them in, right? Because we gotta throw more manpower at the problem. But
yeah,
now when you have AI and you can use all of these tools, now you don't need to throw a bunch of people at the problem. Now you can say, oh shit, maybe we don't need 100 people. Maybe we need 60, 70 out of these people. And then the rest, we could let them go because now they're the people that's already working here, they could go in and pick up the slack of these other 30 people. And in every job, in every career, like this is normal. There's always a guy that barely doing anything and somehow coasting by. Like like I remember, like for me, I think about these moments because everyone does. Not everyone does it, but there's people that do this shit even in corporate jobs. Like
yeah.
for me, I remember when I used to work in warehouses, bro. I would do one order, right? I would do one order, and then everybody scrambling, getting a bunch of different orders. Da, da, da. I go in, get my order, boom, 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 put a pallet, put it back in, boom, put it in the truck, and then from there, I disappear. Go through aisles. I find the spot where they used to have these pillows and a bunch of pillows, like big ass fucking pillows, and I just go in, poop, put a couple of pillows in,
That's
put a
it.
couple of pillows, bro. I take a nap for 3 to 4 hours. Come back brand, come back
You
brand
that
new.
guy.
Yeah,
It was you this
it
whole
was
time.
me, bro. This whole time, bro. I'll be in there somewhere, like just in an aisle somewhere, just chilling, and then until like 3 to 4 hours later, I just pop up. Oh shit, it's lunch. It's like, yo, Joe, where you been? Yeah, man, I was on aisle 7. You know what I mean? I've been moving pallets. You didn't see me? And it's like I've been moving back and forth. You know what I mean? I just haven't, stood still anyway, and but people do that shit on the job. That's where you hear those things where people are talking about quiet quitting in the pandemic where,
Yep,
people are
yep.
barely doing any work, just getting by somehow. And, people used to do that, and they still do it. I'm pretty sure people still do it at companies. But now in a sense you could really see who's being productive, right? And who's really like
Exactly.
cranking shit out, who's working, who's really knocking all this work out. And with AI at the end of the day, like you could really realize that shit and be like, okay, oh shit, like this guy, there's no more excuse where you be like, yeah man, I'm gonna need this till Friday. It's like, nah bro, you could get this shit done today. Like
Yeah. I remember dragging shit Monday. Okay, Fridays do no problem. Just coasting all week, last minute putting together. But yeah, like you don't need that necessarily. Like give me a day just to come up with prototypes and mock-ups. It's like
Hmm.
that's what it is now.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Um, going into like, let's say for like email development, like a lot
Mm,
of people that's getting into the space, in 2018, 2019, like I really focus on letting people know about email development. And at the time, all you needed was just HTML and CSS, right? Just be able to build the emails. And that was a job, that was a position that you could go in and get hired just to do that. Because most marketing, colleagues, etc., people that are doing marketing, they focus more on the strategy. They focus more on creating the ideas, what's gonna happen with let's say an email, what's gonna be the wording in there. Of course, you got the copywriters, then you have the
the
designers
logistics.
who go in and create the design of it. And for an email developer, they would just go in and build an email, test it out that it works in every single platform, and that's it. That was your job. But then now, right, as time goes by, then now companies is like, oh, we need you to do the automations. What does that mean? Well, you see here we have Salesforce Marketing Cloud. We need you to go in, set up the email campaign, right? Set up the automation of who is gonna receive this emails, what's the open rate, this and that, and you're gonna be the technical guy that's on top of this. Oh, but guess what? We're gonna also need you now to learn about, using a CRM system, right? How does all of these things work? Because now some CRMs also have ways to send out emails inside of their
Mm,
their, their systems. Excuse me, guys. Still got a little cough. And yeah, so now instead of just doing just HTML, CSS, you're doing HTML, CSS. You're learning the tools to be able to set up the automations, right? And now I'm even seeing some companies asking, "Can you design the email?" So
yeah.
now you in there like, wait, hold on, bro. I came in here just coding emails. Now you got me setting up the automations. Now you got me creating the design for it. And guess what? Now they might even be asking for the copy of it. Can you go in and create a couple of, titles so we could A/B test this, right? So in a sense,
Taglines, call
a
to
tag,
actions.
yeah, exactly. And all of this, you could feel overwhelmed because you're like, man, but I gotta learn so many different things, right? How do I become a master of a specific skill if I gotta go and spread myself thin throughout all of these different topics? Excuse me. But the reason that now with AI, like it's not as scary as before, is because in reality you could automate all of this shit. Like I could go in, hop on ChatGPT, and on ChatGPT I could go in and create a couple of different campaigns, right? And create like 3 to 4 different titles for each campaign or email sequence. And I could go in and set all of those things up. I go in, give it a reference of, what's the brand, who's the targeted audience, right? Is it gonna be like a newsletter? Is it gonna be a promotional email? Is it gonna be uh email sequence after they signed up on a landing page for like a pre-order? Is it gonna be like an abandoned cart type of email? Like we can set all of those things up, and I don't even have to be a writer. I just need to know how to use this AI to be able to get this done, right? And this is where the value comes in, where you're actually helping the company make money, right? Where it's not just I just know how to code. Like that shit is not gonna cut it in 2026, 2027. Like it's just not gonna cut it. Like you're gonna have to come in with more. And this is one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you in this space, because you in a sense, like you already been ahead of all of this stuff, you know I remember Angel talking about AI like 2020, 2021. Like he been
Yeah.
telling me for a minute. For a minute. I haven't really been paying attention to it like that, because I was kind of busy. I had a bit of work, kids, etc. Business, right? But now I'm like full force on it. Like in a sense, not that I'm late, because you're not really late, right? This shit is so new and moving so fast that even if you started today, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's changing.
you at the same point as everybody else, because nobody else knows how to do whatever new shit comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all at the same base, right? So yeah, so for me, I felt like, man, maybe I'm a little bit late. Last year I was like, man, am I too late on this? Like, I should have jumped on it full force in 2023 at least, but
You'd be in the same
25,
position.
it'd be the
You'd be in
same
the same
shit.
position. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like it wouldn't make no difference. But yeah, man. So let's go in and see if we show the people some of, like, some of the stuff that you be working on, as far as like your campaigns, your branding. Show the people like maybe some examples, and while you do that, I'll go in and open up a window here.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I've been doing a lot of contract work and I've been treating them all as case studies. I'm not in it for like, yeah, I got this packaging design job. Like, no, no, no.
hmm
I'm trying to see how I can utilize AI with design into it and see,
hmm
what's the outcome better for it. But yeah, I mean, I'm using it as an amplifier, definitely not as a replacement. So
hmm
that's one thing that people are confused by. So, I mean, I can share a couple of things from kind of like a client brief to,
hmm
pretty much the outcome.
yeah. Let me see. You just gotta, once you turn it on. We're just setting this up right now, guys. So give us a little second. We're about to get into it.
I can show you a campaign I did for
Mm-hmm.
this package design company. And pretty much like they wanted, an email blast shot out, leads to a landing page to gather, clients and all that. And it's just starting with a brief. And I'm looking at it in two perspectives, one in a graphic designer's eye and then one in AI's eye, like how
Mm-hmm.
I can implement that and just kind of like unite them.
Okay, cool. I don't
But
know if you could share your screen. See if we turn that on.
yeah, let me know if you can see anything on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the company's name out loud, but you guys
Mm-hmm.
can read. So, I mean, this is pretty much how they approach me. They come for scope. They need two renderings of existing package designs, two image retrofits, two email design frameworks, and then this one they want like Instagram reels. So it's a whole marketing campaign that comes with
mm-hmm.
it. And just, you know, we have the project manager here breaking down the whole scope for the email, like from the H1, the headers, the call to actions, the hero assets, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they provide examples that they see, like most people do. Like when they
Mm-hmm.
see anything trending that's cool, they want to apply
Mm-hmm.
that to their design. And just different references here, some guidance here. Also talking about particular, what they want on the packaging, the perspective of the camera, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And ideally, this is like a three-man show. They want photography, they want custom shots of it, they want the whole landing page to be built HTML, and the references keep going. They also want motion designers that get implemented too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, over here like they have the social copy and direction. Like, yeah, we like this. We've seen this image around, and they give different examples of like how they want the animation to play out and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go into the files because it's already deployed. So I guess we're good here. Let me see if I can click on their stuff here. Can you still see this Google Drive folder?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is the final outcome of the email.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here is high res, and everything, all the imaging here is 100% AI,
Mm-hmm.
just, mastered, done. And AI is not always the final outcome of things. So I would have to go in there into Photoshop, make sure that there's no artifacts lingering, or I guess words that don't make any sense, gibberish. So
Mm-hmm.
no hallucination showing. And just kind of like showcasing it here, like, very simple structures, plain and simple. Everything's going to the contact us or particular pages pertaining to the product, things in that field. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you, go back here and show you how everything was looking with the animation. So everything's starting with just images, just getting look and feel. We're doing like first round drafts. Ah, okay, that's not gonna play. Let's see if this plays. Quick, simple, eye catching, the colors pop, they get the
Mm-hmm.
information across. And this is going to live on like Instagram and LinkedIn, along with their TikTok as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this saves so much time because we're not dealing with any photographers, any animators. It's just all strictly graphic design and AI,
Mm-hmm.
seeing how it gets implemented to it.
That's dope.
Yeah,
And
low quality, but yeah.
and you did all of this, or even the animations and.
Yep, I did all the animations. Because I have experience creating cartoons and animations, I do know how to set up like the seams and the
Mm-hmm.
frames and all that. And once you figured out that AI can assist you on those little portions of it, and then chopping it all together and smashing it as a one final result like this,
Mm-hmm.
then everything just becomes seamless. Like the flow is more fluent.
That's dope,
And we have
man.
a bunch of different ones as well. Like, this is kind of like the thing is with this client. So this is how I'm implementing AI into my workflow. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not using like it's not replacing shit, but just the time.
Yeah,
It's saving a lot of time. So, a lot of behind the scenes, there are a lot of references that are shared. Like
mm-hmm.
marketing managers, and they always have like a look and feel that they see what other clients are doing, competitors and all that.
Yeah, of
But
course.
this is pretty much how it goes, how the sausage is made. We have a very similar campaign here as well,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with static images.
Mm-hmm.
And also this goes into playing out with like, the email campaign.
That's dope. Yeah, somebody asked my boy Freddie Martinez says,
Yeah.
Tonio, are you just designing these emails or running them as well?
I am just designing it right now, but I'm working with the marketing manager in, I think, Active Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I'm not going to log into that now,
Yeah, no,
but
that's fine.
yeah, yeah, I'm plugging this also into Active Campaign and making it interactive. Just slicing up like old school Photoshop
Mm-hmm.
files and create PNGs and all that. Keep it very simple, nothing too
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It's gonna live in email, but that's an example of what I've been doing, and it goes further than that. So this is what we've been doing for the past 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And going on to this would take probably like I would say 6 months for this whole entire slides deck to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But just going back further, like there's mission accomplished, and it's all the same methodologies of like utilizing design, seeing how AI can get implemented into it, and then
Mm-hmm.
the final outcome. I'm finding myself doing more of like a cleanup job than anything. So instead
Mm-hmm.
of like reworking it, it's like I'm cleaning up what AI fucked up and would
Mm-hmm.
never be able to do, and just adding my own experience into it, like what actually does work. And here on, but that's pretty much what has been going on with this. This is all in the sense of just AI being influenced into my workflow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah.
Let me see. Put you right here. Let me see to the right. There we go. Yeah, for anybody that's watching this right now, you have to understand like AI is not gonna replace you if you know what you're doing. Okay,
Exactly.
the people that's gonna get replaced is the dinosaurs that's trying to fight it. The people that's not going, trying to keep up. and learn these new skills. If you're trying to fight it and don't understand the workflows, then yeah, you're gonna be basically getting left behind, and you might as well get the trades. And, everybody always put in a comment section and be like, "Yeah, bro, I'm going back to the trades." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, you going back to the trades?" Like, I'll call you up when I need my freaking toilet unclogged, or I need somebody to come in and come and fix my pipes, or fix the electricity when something gets burnt out, right? I'll call you for that. But that's just not me. I'm not gonna go into no trades. This is my trades. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it. Yeah.
like you could do that, not me. Okay? And that, again, we need all type of people to do all type of jobs, right? But again, if you know, like, that's not what you want to do, like, don't listen to the internet and be like, well, this shit, the internet says all jobs is gonna get automated. It's like, stop it, bro. Like, no, it's not.
No, completely. No, right now I'm test running this with packaging design, and this is replacing. This is actually saving them thousands of dollars. Honestly, it's a bitch to set up a photo shoot, to hire a
Mm-hmm.
photographer, get the stage setting, rent a space, and
Mm-hmm.
all that. And if you can create the image and utilize AI with it to bring it to life, like these products, this is all non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see here, but it's highly detailed because I do have an eye for design and I do like to be anal when it comes to like legibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you were to go do this randomly, none of this would be correct. The spelling would be off, would be warped, the font will be inconsistent with the branding. So, I mean, those are the things that you have to keep an eye out and also make things realistic. Um, yeah, as much as possible, make sure that it doesn't look fake.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
that's
where
like
I've been
where
at.
that's where like, for a lot of people, like, they think like they're gonna get all, like, replaced. But what you have to understand is that AI is a good tool that gives you, in a sense, like, extra superpowers, right?
Yeah,
But
it
if you
does.
don't know what to do with those superpowers, like, you can't do much, right? It's like what I tell a lot of the students that are coming into, like, this channel, and people who is in this space. They so nervous and so scared about AI, and they're like, man, but why do I need to learn how to code if I could just use AI? It's like, bro, the reason why you want to learn how to code is because if you know how to code, you could take
Yep.
full advantage of the AI. If you don't know how to code, you're like a tintin and be like, can I get a website? And of course, then the fucking AI is gonna come in and give you some bullshit, and then that's all you're gonna get. But a dude that goes in and understands how all of these stuff works can go in and say, you know what, I'm gonna build this type of application. This is the type of stack that I want to use. This is the database that I'm using for it. This is the type of authentication I want to use for it. This is the APIs I want to connect to. If you go in and you just tell the AI, hey, build me something, the AI is just going to give you the default, right? It's just like
Exactly.
the type of work that you're doing right now. The reason why you're able to create these images that's so realistic, that doesn't look warped, that doesn't look like it has scribbly freaking text, right? And I remember there was a picture that you had sent me where you even, the texture of the box, you could zoom into it and you could see
Yeah.
the actual texture of a box. Like, you know, some people, they can't do that because if you're not in that space and if you're not a designer, you can't even give it the right prompt for it to go in and create something that's realistic. And even when it is realistic enough, you still might have to go into Photoshop to tweak it. So now, if you don't know how to use Photoshop because you say, well, why do I need to learn how to design? Why do I need to learn this software where I could just tell the AI to do it? It's like, yeah, this is why your shit looks fake, right? And for
That's the
my
thing.
shit,
Yep.
it looks completely real, you know? So it's the same thing for developers. You could tell when somebody is just vibe coding something, and you could tell when it's an engineer using AI building something, right? It's a huge difference. Okay, you could go in and look up, like, those people that's vibe coding those type of applications. If they don't know how to code, their shit is fucking spaghetti code under the hood. It might look decent, but under the hood, there's a bunch of problems, right? Now, for
It's the
engineers,
illusion.
Yeah, for engineers, like we go in there and we're actually building, you know, solid, applications that can scale and can be used again within a team. Like I've seen some shit like online from a couple of the people on Twitter that I'll be like, bro, like this app. When I go in and they're like, yeah, I'm already making $1,000 a month. And I'm like, I go into this shit. I'm like, bro, this shit is all broken. You damn near freaking charging people for some shit that's 100% broken, right? And probably not secure. I don't know if you remember, there was an app that came out a couple of months ago called the T app. I don't know if you saw that one, the T app. So there was an app where only girls will be able to join the T app. And in the T app, all they do is talk shit about guys. So if a guy smashed them out and never called them again, they go in and upload the photo of the guy and be like, "Yo, be careful with
Damn.
this guy." And bro, it's nasty. The internet's nasty now, bro. You can't even cheat in peace no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real. There's a video I saw today on TikTok. Got some girls like, guys, I'm warning you guys. If you see this guy, Jay Rodriguez, whatever the guy's name is, like, and then they posted the guy's picture on TikTok. So now girls is doing that, right? But the T app, somebody vibe coded this app and became viral, and like thousands or even millions of girls went in and joined this app, and they, to prove that they were girls, they were uploading their IDs, like their
Oh man.
licenses, right, to prove that it was a girl. So then they went in, uploaded this thing, and then the app itself, I think they were using Firebase or something like that, which is like a hosting company, and that shit was not secure the way how they did it. And then what they did was they downloaded all of the metadata of all of the girls. So they have their pictures, their IDs, and their locations. And they put a map of the US map of every location of where every single
Okay.
girl. So again, that's why, vibe coding an application without knowledge of actually knowing how to code, it might become viral, but at the end of the day, you don't know what you're doing, right?
It stands out too. It stands out for all the wrong reasons anyway. I mean, you see it. It's like you can explain like the lack of knowledge that someone has just by seeing what they're doing, how they speak. It's like, wait a minute, just look at the end results of the anything that they're doing and talking about AI. It's like this shit's wrong. Typography is off, colors off, structural logic is off. It looks AI generated, and you didn't achieve the job. It's like you're just basically, like full of shit.
Somebody says, Zerinton says, yo, I recognize them packets. he's,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's part of the community.
There you go. I was trying not to show some names, but it is what it is.
Yes, my man's does design over there. You know what I mean? He's working and doing what he does. You know what I mean? He get free packages once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they're
That much.
empty, but it is empty. That's all. I'm stage one.
Man, they just give you a pack, uh, a care package. It's like, here you go, man, a couple of peas. Hold this down.
Nah, they ain't no bud paying for no bills. Fuck that.
They be like, what you gonna get paid for? Dollars or a care package? Like,
What? You know what's funny? I know for a fact that these are options in their fucking head. I'll tell you that much.
there's a dude out there that's like, yo, you know what would be cool, man? If I could work for one of these companies, they don't even gotta pay me. They just gotta pay me in packages. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like,
Oh, itchy and shit.
oh, itchy. All right, yo, for real, man. Let me see. Reading through here. Jay Sega says, so how do you precisely use your design skills with AI? Do you tweak the generated images after, design first, then enhance with AI, or both? Just wondering what the workflow looks like.
It's both. It's a lot of back and forth. It's creating an idea concept first,
Oh, internet.
IT just for like more mock-ups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're good.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it I'm saying that it's a lot of back and forth, but it's both. You know, we're gonna have to, as a designer, fix whatever AI fucked up anyway, and then throw it back in there so it can remember how to keep the look and feel. And at the end of the day, you're always gonna be in Photoshop doing any final touches and anything.
Hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Let me see if I open up the studio.google. Let me see, or studio dot studio Gemini, because I wanted to do a little quick example here. Okay, let me see. No, this is the AI Studio Gemini.google.
Yeah, Google's got a huge studio full of AI. If you really look for it, they're not advertising as much, but there's a bunch of stuff that they have.
Hmm. So, okay, so I'm looking at this, right? I'm gonna share my screen real quick. All right, so this is Gymshark. So this is a brand, right? It's like a working out brand, etc. Right? And this right here, right, is like some random jersey. Let's just say oversized T-shirt. It's like got the little mesh, got the Gymshark lifting. It's for the gym, right? So I wanted to go in and use this specific image here to maybe go in and generate a quick like a example of like how you can use this as a developer, right? Because you might think, well, okay, I'm a developer, I'm supposed to just only code. But if coding is no longer special in the sense of just the click clacking, just the I'm just typing because I gotta type, like in reality you could use cursor to speed up the process in that. As time goes by, more companies, especially small to medium sized businesses, is gonna want to have you do the automations for a lot of these campaigns. And you might say, well, I'm a developer. I'm supposed to just be coding and click clacking. Guess what? That's not what you get paid for. You get paid for solving a problem. Okay? So let's say there's the designers, right? Designers coming up with the design, right? There's the marketing guys, marketing specialists. They're coming up with the strategies, right? And your job is to go in and take what they have and make it into a reality. All right. So, and if you are in a smaller company, you might even have to do a lot more than just making their reality. You might have to be part of the process.
Yeah.
So, what I did here was I took this image and I wanted to see if we could use Gemini. Okay, I got a screenshot here that I'm gonna use as reference. Okay, and then I'm going to use go to Pinterest, right? I hate when they force you to log in. It's like, God damn it, don't force me to log in.
Joe, make sure you're, instead of the mode for it, make
Hmm.
sure it's thinking mode or pro mode. Don't put fast mode for any generation.
Well, I mean, for this example, to just to do it real quick, I'm not gonna we're not gonna go too deep, okay?
Yeah.
It's just to really show just like a quick flow of how this will work, right? Now, of course, there's more details into all of this, and using the right tools. Like what I'm using right now, this is like in a sense is like a demo. Technically, you want to go in and be using something like Hicksfield or paying for Gemini. Right now, I'm not paying for Gemini. All right, I'm just showing you guys what you guys can do today for free. Um, okay, so I'm taking this guy. So I'm taking this, and then I want to go in and add it to this other guy here, in the blue. Give me 1 second. Make an image using the black model gym clothes, and I'm just gonna do it super simple. Of course, if you want to add more details, it'll be more. But let's say make an image using the black model's gym clothes and add it to the Asian model in the blue background. Now, let's see, loading up Nana Banana. And of course, this thing does take time. It take a little bit, it's like a minute to generate this. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So let's say I wanted to go in. We're using that clothes, right? We might have a model. We might have, different shots. And we might want to go in and use this image here that we have. And as you can see, we added the gym, right? So the same clothes, right? Same style. Now, of course, just like Angel said, instead of using fast, you might want to go in and use thinking or pro, which would, give you like a better, look at this, upgrade to AI plus. So there's like better models and better things than what we're using right now. But this is just a quick example. Okay. So then now that we have this, I'm going to download this image. Okay. And I'm going to go into Chat GPT. So in Chat GPT, I'm going to tell it, hey, oops, I put in the wrong one. Let me see, where's my download? Okay. And I'm going to say, analyze this image. We will be making some emails for promoting it. Okay. For now, just analyze it.
Yeah, it's a perfect example where you use Photoshop to fix the shirt. What does it say, Jim Shari?
Jim Shari lifting. I don't know why the hell. What the hell is Jim Shari? Okay. Okay. There you go. So now it's just like going through like the whole composition, what, color palettes, right? Body language, target, da da da. Okay. So then now it's giving me, some example. Things that we could do to it. This image could work well with a hero image in an email, new collection launch, fitness challenge, right? So here we go. So now let's create three different hooks or three different subject lines for each email, and we're going to make a 3 email sequence for promoting this product, which will be released on, let's say, June 1st, 2027. I don't know, right? So again, there's more details that you can add to it. You take your time, you explain exactly what you want, what you need, right? But for now, I'm just giving you guys a quick example of this, right? So right here, here's the email sequence, right? The teaser, there's gonna be a build curiosity, sorry, story, right? Giving the value, why it matters, and then the launch, which is gonna have a call to action. Now, each email sequence already is giving us over here what will be like the subject lines. So if I'm creating this campaign, of course, I will put in more details about, what brand it is, what's the company, who's our targeted audience, right? All of those things we will go in and feed it to the AI. And then from there, we will go into this next section where we create the actual emails. But for now, again, I'm just giving you guys a demo. A lot of the stuff that I'm showing you here in like small little workflows, we're actually gonna go deeper on codingphase.com's new AI automations course, where we're basically going in, creating a new career path. Like I said, is gonna be here, AI automations, and we're gonna focus on a bunch of different tasks. Not teaching you guys like, hey, how to use Zapier, how to use Gemini, how to use, whatever LLM or whatever a model it is. We're gonna go in and tackle actual things that you would do for a business, right? So, for example, like this, like creating an email sequence, right, for a launch of a product, and we will go in and do the whole process from using like what's the product, right? What's the brand? What's the targeted audience, right? Doing the research on that. After we have all of that information, create the actual emails, right? After creating the emails, then from there, creating the design of it. And then after creating the design for the emails, using AI to generate the emails, HTML emails for it. Okay. So it's like I'm showing you the process of like not teaching you specific platforms. Those platforms you will learn as you're going through the workflows that we're setting up. Because you don't want to go in and be like, well, I'm taking a course on Zapier, or let me take a course on Gemini. Like that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually need to know like why will you use Gemini and what why it makes sense to use it at this point, right? And you're learning as you're building. So that way you're not taking an 8-hour course for every single platform that you're gonna have to use. You're just learning as you're actually building things. So going back over here, right? We have the email sequence, right? We see how it created the first one, tone for the email, right? Then we have the story, we have the different subject lines, okay? We have the tone for this email example, okay? Then we have launch date, da da da, okay? And I could even go in and tell it, give me a prompt for generating each image for each email. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So now we're using AI to help us use AI. You get what I'm saying? Like
That's,
now we
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense, right?
okay.
But
Go ahead, Angel.
no, I'm saying in that sense, it's like it still needs a human touch, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
That's it.
Because you still gotta validate it. You know what I'm saying? Like it could create, like
Yeah.
we could go in and give this this right here, right? This prompt, but then it might add some things that we don't want. We might change the angles. We want to change maybe the lighting. This is where you're gonna go in and tweak this. And that's why I tell people like, don't think that AI is gonna replace you. It's just enhancing what you already know, right? And just making your life much easier. So then now we have this thing. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna actually download this. I think I downloaded it before, but okay. So then now I'm creating a new one. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say create and email design. Okay, email design and image ratio is, let's say, 9:16. Okay, so it could be a vertical image. And then now I'm taking what we had from ChatGPT, okay, and I'm pasting this in. Okay, and I'm adding this image that we had from this guy. And here we go. Okay. And let's see, right? Now, of course, it could come out good, it could come out bad, right? That's where, the human touch comes in, where you have to go in and try again, change a couple of lines, add this detail there, this other detail there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's see.
I always assume it's always going to come out terrible. That's not my assumption. Every time I hit send or enter, I was like, "This is going to look like shit."
And
But
again,
I get surprised.
all right. So there you go. So this is what we got. Nothing crazy, right? But this will be like the top image that you will use for that specific email. Okay. So it's like, okay, mysterious. Okay, so let's go in and use the other prompt here for the next one. We're just going in super fast. Angel's probably
Yeah.
like, yo, he's losing his mind because like, yo, Joe, but I would add this. Yo, Joe, I would change this model. This
No,
is
I think I'm just
super.
looking at the results. So it's so
So simple.
mysterious. It's like if something is coming. It's like what the hell's coming? It's actually working.
Right? So then now, let's go in and put this again. 9:16. Okay, and now I'm gonna try it here, but sometimes because we're using Gemini on this free version, this the crackhead version, like
Yeah. It
sometimes
hallucinates.
the best results is really to just create a new chat and then from there, give it that new prompt. Okay.
They've recently done that, just dumbed it down lately.
Hmm.
I've noticed that it's like a lot of these apps are just dumbing it down unless you pay extra fee to get the better results.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna go in. We had that other one. Da-da-da. Okay, hold on. We gotta go here because we wouldn't want to have the same exact freaking image from the guy. But because we used that as the reference in the beginning, then now it's just even when we give it a different prompt, it was just going in and using the same guy. Also, too, it says using the same male model. So let's see. Da-da-da. Again, this is just showing you guys some flows, right? Um, okay, and there we go. Discipline builds results. Da da da. And the last one, let's see what was the last one that we had right here. Okay, create image. And this is where you will have to go in and tweak it. Okay, label pencil where. Let me see. I'm reading through the chat while this goes on. What's up, everybody? Says Casey Me, Brandon King. It says, is he keeping this up? Yeah, we keeping it up, bro. It's gonna be here. Jim Sherry. But you see, sometimes this thing might not come out the right way. But this is where you got to go in and tweak it, and you got to go back into this freaking thing, put in the right thing, and see what did we add for this last one. Okay, let's see, Blue Studio background, so the strong pose of the gear, colorful. We gotta make sure this shit is 9 by 16. And I'm gonna say and let's see. Let's see. So yeah, Jim Sharp, classic. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in here that's hanging out with us. Right now, we're just going through this, and this is the process. This is how it goes, right? Okay, and let's just say that will be it, right? It's like, hey, it's here, boom, shorty's here, da da da. But of course, if you tweak it more, you add more details, you add more things into it. We might even add, different references to this. Get a better results. Maybe we might want to have like a group image. So let's say group image models. Okay, go over here. And maybe we could use something like this. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, let's just use this as a reference. Put on a new one. And we're gonna go. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's here that's popping up. I know this, we've been here for what, an hour and 12 minutes. We're about to get out of here pretty soon. But I wanted to show you guys, just a couple of little things. See how Angel's already using AI. And show you guys just a quick example of like how we will set up this, this campaign. So there you go. This one's much better, right? Right. So even from that, it will be like, okay, it's a starting point. Then from there, just build upon it. Be like, hey, use this, this right here as a reference. We will probably change like we could get all the details of this guy here, but then of course use the other Asian guy with the actual shirt of whatever the Jim Shari T-shirt. We will go in and use that and replace this guy. With that, we will probably remove those extra sneakers. There's no reason why. There's 3 extra sneakers here, right? And this is where the human side got to come in, right? It's
Yeah.
like why you got your sneakers out here, bro? Like
They're not even matching, are they? No, they're not.
they don't even match, right? So I mean, the ones he got on match, but then he has like this 3 random colors on the sneakers. Like it's just a little bit crazy. But again, this is how you will use AI for an example like this. Okay, and it's something that a lot of people they might be hesitant to be like, okay, why do I need to learn this shit? Like I'm a developer. You have to
Mm.
understand like this is where things is going. You're gonna have to be the technical guy that sets all of this up for people. You know, when people say, "Hey, man, AI taking away jobs," yes, it's taking away some jobs, but opening up new jobs, right? There's gonna be, you know, we haven't even gotten into like real like automations. Like we could go in and take this images, create a whole campaign behind this, right? The branding, set up all of these things, and then from there, set up automations to generate, let's say, 100 different ads for Facebook. That's what you're gonna be doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna be doing out here, and the new opportunities is gonna be there, right? With that, of course, then you have automations for businesses where they might have like inventory, where you might say, well, I have a, I don't know, I have a company that sell hardware for plumbers, right? We sell pipes, we sell wrenches, we sell this, this, and that. We have automation systems that when somebody needs 100 pieces of these, etc., we already ordered ahead of time another 100 pieces. So then the next customer that wants to order, it's already here. And we have all these small little automations. Or let's say again, staying with that same topic, plumber has a website, right? He might not have a website, right? And now you can go in, generate the website for them. Well, create the design. Then from there, on top of that, um, generate the code. Then from there, you will go in and set up the automations for when people call search on the area, and they search. I need a plumber in Raleigh, North Carolina, right? They find the plumber's website. The plumber has an automated system. When people call in, it's actually an AI that sounds superhuman. That sounds like it's a real person answering the phone call, and they're, you know, booking leads directly through the website. And you're setting up all those automations. Now, if this website is not number one in his area, guess what? You also set up the automations to generate the content to help him get the SEO up, and be able to get in, let's say, number one or number two or number three on the top pages of Google. Then on top of that, how do you set up the, you know, for SEO within the AI tools? A lot of people is gonna walk away from using Google all the time. As time goes by, you just gonna go in and be like, yo, ChatGPT, like, what's the best plumber in this area? How do we go in and make sure that that guy ranks? You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that you're gonna have to be doing as a developer. So when you're thinking, I'm like, man, can I get a job? Can I do this and that? Well, you need to learn this type of skills. You got to be on top of it, because right now, just knowing the click clack, that was the first part. Great, you learn how to click clack. You're a professional click clacker. Okay, you click clack on your keyboard. Great. Okay, that was great. Okay, you learned that part. But now, how do you make money for me? You get what I'm saying? How do you go in and make income for me as a business owner? How do you save me money from all these other tools that I'm using? Maybe I'm paying Salesforce, maybe I'm paying HubSpot or any of these other systems, right? And I'm paying them thousands of dollars a month. How can you go in and create something like that with just the services that I need? Because, you know, sometimes some of these companies, the software as a service, enterprise level, they charge so much money because they're giving you a million different features. But most people don't need that. If I'm a small business owner, all I need is a website, a place where I could keep track of my calls, I could keep track of the contact information, and I just want all of my emails and people that I have for like years on my contact list. I want them to be in one single spot. Guess what? You could go in and create that with AI. You don't need a big company, because you're now creating individualized software to what that company's needs, right? Um, what you're showing in here, Angel? What you got for us?
I was just looking up LoveArt.ai,
Mm-hmm.
and they pretty much focus on giving you all those little things that you need, like assets for logos
Mm-hmm.
and campaigns and all that. And they just set it out for you in this artboard system. It's kind of like Figma, the way it's all
Mm-hmm.
spread out. But essentially, you know, it could work on giving concepts as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of doing the back and forth with Gemini,
Mm-hmm.
this it does. It's a one of the typical platforms that does have everything. I'll have to go
Mm-hmm.
back to the house. You can see and everything that it does utilize.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if we need ad campaigns, I'm trying to find something that's real and authentic, but it's utilizing Nano Banana and I think Midjourney as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it does create concepts and campaigns in that faction of like breaking it down what you need for, you know, the month or email,
Mm-hmm.
landing page, and all that. So let me just do this. Look at a replay. So here's where you feed it everything that you want, and it's live. It's like a chat. You know, you just get really detailed, descriptive with it,
Mm-hmm.
and it records everything that you do feed it, and it plays it out and just love. It just uploads everything onto the artboard there, so to have like a visual for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I just recently found out, but I am playing with it more. But just get quick ideas out without going to back and forth with Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
This could help speed up some time on that as well.
No, that's dope.
I was trying to be slick and make a branding with like one of those characters or this model here, but yeah, it's not going fast enough. But yeah, it's for plumbing. It's called Plum Bright.
I like it. Yeah, no, I've looked at
Yeah,
love art. I forgot how much does it cost. What's the pricing on that? It's like $50 a month.
yeah, you got to pick your poison at this point.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not that bad. Well,
Yeah,
2,000 credits. Um, let me see. Does it have unlimited nano banana?
yeah, it's got unlimited. I think yeah, unlimited.
Hmm.
But then this one has 4K, so that's always yeah. It's got they both yeah they all have mid journey as well.
Yeah, that's dope. But you see,
God, but,
and that's like what I was telling people in my last live stream. That even when you're jumping into all of this stuff, like you're gonna have to invest in yourself. Like it's
yeah,
not just gonna be like this is not the moment to be cheap. Like I'm being honest. Like if you're here and you're like, man, I'm trying to find a free model. It's like, bro, like you gotta use some of the services, and yes, it costs $20, $50, right? But while you're learning, you're gonna have to pay for it. Like and
yeah.
once you get your clients, then yeah, you charge them. Now, you know, charging for what they did to the blue. What was it? There's a line that JC said. I'm a charging for what they did to the cold crush. Like, like now. So now you're like, yeah, I had to pay for all of this, right? Guess what? Now I'm charging you for it, and that's why I tell people like, you know, a lot of times if you going that free route, you're gonna be like here for a long time trying to figure this shit out. You know,
Exactly.
like I freaking learned a lot from a lot of people. Like I'm not scared to invest in myself, right? Because um, even for me, like on this thing with AI, right? I have to go in and pay for me to expedite my learning because there's people this is what they do. This is their expertise, right? I use it as a developer who is going to in a sense going to serve multiple businesses, right? But there's a guy that all he does is emails. You know what I'm saying? Like all I do is emails. It's like I do design for emails and that's all I do all day, right? As a developer, my job is like to make his shit into a reality, the design that he might have. But there's gonna be opportunities in businesses that they might not be able to afford that guy, right? And this is where I come in and I could say, oh, I could eat off this. I could go in and take a piece of this person's pie. Maybe they don't have $5,000, $10,000 to pay this guy, right? But they'll pay me 5 to 10,000 to do my job and do enough of what they will have him do, right? And that way, you know, I'm getting a better deal. And this is how, in a sense, we gotta compete now. You know, I saw somebody in the comment section who says like, "Yeah, man, this sucks because now we got to do a bunch of things," and it's like
Gotta adapt.
you
You
gotta
gotta adapt.
adapt. You gotta adapt
Yeah.
because it's not just about coding. You're solving a problem. If I have a problem of I need to sell more products, I need to sell more sneakers. Okay, you're a problem solver. Yeah, let's go in. Let's create a campaign. Let's start look at the images that you have. Let's create the branding for it. Let's create some ads for Facebook, for TikTok, right? And I can solve that problem with AI and my technical knowledge, right? And my background that I have. And I could expedite all of this. So in a sense, what would take me a day to go in and click clack it all day, just type it all day, I might do that in an hour. But what do I do for the rest of the day after that? Just chill? No, you don't chill. Now you got other shit that you can go in and do and solve for the business. That's where the value comes in and how much value you're bringing into to the company. Let me see how the screen went dark. Did it change it? Hold on, what's going on? Let me see. We got a guess. We got. Let me see. Did this thing add an extra guess? I think it added. Let me see. Solo. Add right. Add left. There we go.
There,
My
I think
fault.
you're back.
AZ Go said, my fault. I got a black screen. Yeah, my fault, guys. I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, to that point, you need to adapt. You really do, because you can't be a veteran in this game and like get replaced by someone coming in. 5 years experience. You got 15 years experience.
Yeah, and that's where it's gonna be sad because there's guys that's gonna try to fight this and be like, yeah, nah, man, I only code. Those days is over. Like
Yeah,
like the guy that just come in and be like, yeah, man, I'm only a front end developer. Like you remember like those guys that just I only do front end. It's like, bro, like in 2026, 27, that don't make no sense when you could go in and build the whole application. And businesses is gonna expect that out of you. You're not gonna show up and be like, this is all I do. It's like, nah, buddy, you could build that shit in a day or two. So what you gonna do for the rest of the week? Chill? And we're paying you full salary? Nah, we need other shit out of you. You know what I mean? Like people think like, yo, that is like this shit is gonna make everything so easy and we could chill because we're gonna have so much time. It's like, nah, man. That just means that now we need to have you doing other shit too. Whatever technical side, setting up the automation with the CRMs, setting up automations over here on the marketing side. Hey, can you go into, the back end of this application? Yo, there's a bug on this page. Could you go and fix that? In a sense, you're gonna need to know all of these things, right? All of these different roles is gonna merge together in a sense. But that's
yeah,
of course there's gonna be like guys that only do a specific thing. Like that's gonna happen, but the majority of the time you're gonna have all these skills overlapping each other. You get what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to touch, the whole stack.
yeah. The velocity gap is unbridgeable. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. Let me see. Hi Joe, have you dabbled with Affinity? The entire suite of tools are free, and people are switching over it to from Adobe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used it before, but I don't know if it was free. I don't. Maybe now they made it free, but I don't know if it's free. Cause I remember it's like a one-time payment. It's like $100, $150, $200. You pay one time and you get it after that for free. You don't have to buy it again. But it's good for like quick design and stuff like that. But it's not. it's not Adobe though. You know what I mean? It's not like like that guy you say it ain't Ralph though. You know what I'm saying? Like Adobe's Adobe, right? It's a creative suite. You got After Effects, you got Photoshop, you got all the shit, Adobe XD, all the shit that they have. Like it's it's a big company. Affinity is like a dude from the corner. It's like, yo, I got lemonades. You know what I mean? So
It's like the Canva people. That's what it reminds me of.
the Canva people, you know what I mean? Like,
Uh,
yeah, you over here, Adobe's Coca Cola. You know, Affinity is a dude. Affinity is like a dude in the corner. Yo, we got lemonades, lemonades, lemonades.
it's like soda in a Ziploc bag with a straw.
Yo, for real. Yo, that's just nasty. I'm just thinking about. Yo, you imagine a plastic bag, one of those plastic bags they give you from like the supermarket, and the dude's just pouring that shit on some Indian shit. Like, yo, on some Indian shit, like, yo, here you go. It's just your lemonade. You know? Yo, shout out to my Indians. Yo, there's some videos that I'll be seeing. I'm like, yo, y'all wild. You know what I mean? There was a video of a guy. He goes in. He's like, he just passing by, right? And he's like, listen, we got cookies. And the dude goes in and is like, what type of cookies? And he's like, apricot and peach, right? And some random mix. And it's like, apricot and peach? Why the fuck would there be a cookie up with that shit? But it's an apricot and peach. So the guy said, okay, let me get one. The guy from the fucking stand found the newspaper on the floor and then wrapped the cookies around with the fucking bro, he wrapped the cookie off the newspaper that was on the floor that people been stepping on it. The dude moved the guy's foot off the newspaper, then took the cookies, put them there, wrapped it around like it was a gift. Like here you go.
There's some shit better left unlearned. I wish I didn't know that. Just don't tell me.
So I'm just thinking the guy in the lemonade stand on some Indian vendor type shit. Like, yo, get a plastic bag from the supermarket, used up, throws the water in the fucking thing, shakes it around, put a straw in it, and says, here you go. You got a lemonade. That's Affinity, bro. You know what I mean?
I love how you just concluded that. Went right back to it. That's Affinity.
Yo, man. Shout out to everybody here, guys. We're about to get out of here, man. We've been chilling for an hour. We had some good conversation. This is my guy, Tony, right here, aka Angel, aka the boss, man, aka he does this. All right. You might see him around. By the way, I got a new channel that I'm going to be doing some reaction videos to. And maybe I'll have, my boy Angel come in and be a guest on one of those. But all you have to do is search. This is the title of it, guys. It's actually Joe Reacts Again. So it's like that's the name of it. Joe Reacts Again. Okay. I'll show you guys right now. I'll see if I put the link on the description later on. Tomorrow I'm dropping a video. I'm gonna be dropping videos there every day. But yeah, because I want to have fun with YouTube. So this is where we're gonna go in and put it. Joe Reacts Again. I mean, we have no videos there right now, but tomorrow you'll see it. It's scheduled. Okay. By the way, like I said too, if you guys are interested in learning this new skills, right? How to put all of these things together. We're not teaching like, hey, how to use Gemini, how to use Cursor, even though we do have a Cursor course. The way how we doing this career path is by scenarios, meaning how would I go in and help a business build a campaign? What are the steps that I will take? Okay. And then that way you could go in and provide that service. When somebody comes in and says, "Oh, do you have any experience with generative AI? Do you know how to go in and create images? Do you know how to create videos?" Within the actual course itself, we're gonna do so many different scenarios. Like you pretty much gonna learn all of the major tools that's out here in the major LLMs. And the idea is for you to learn the workflows, right? So then now, once you learn these workflows, you can start thinking as someone who can solve problems, because we don't know what's gonna be the next business model 5 years from now. And this is what you want to go in and start training your brain, because what how we used to do things and how we used to code and the type of problems that we would have before, right? Is beneficial to us because we have that knowledge. But there's gonna be new businesses, new ideas, new software, like even the stuff that we're gonna learn with a lot of these tools. For example, like today, the best tool might be Nano Banana from Gemini for images, but tomorrow it might be another company. So by learning the flow, you're not really tied down to a specific software, a specific LLM. You're just like, okay, I'm trying to solve this problem. I need to generate an image. This is how I would do it. The platform itself is irrelevant, right? Because it's the same flow of how you would do this thing. Okay.
Yep.
And that way, when you're learning this, you know, we're not gonna nickel and dime you to death, right? Like I hate doing that. Like I hate when people go in and be like, "Hey guys, you know, VO3 came out," and then the next day VO 3.1 comes out. And be like, "Well, guys, we got a new course. It's the same price as VO3, but it's VO 3.1. Do you guys want to come and take it?" And this is how people nickel and dime you to death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, teach me the foundation, teach me the concepts, so that now I could do this on my own and I don't need you anymore, right? That's when you know you have a good instructor, a good teacher. If they can teach you how to do this on your own, they did a good job. If they always need you, guess what? Then that's a problem, you know? Let me shout out to Bro Trippin says, "Damn, AI really got Joe considering coding phase starting a React channel now." Yeah, man. Nah, how can I say this? Even Angel always tells me like, "Yo, you should do like a channel that's outside of like coding, right?" And before I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to do it, da da da. But this year I said, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, go in there and freaking have fun with it. Like this shit, like for example, like there's things that I would like to talk about here. Like, for example, like there was a topic that came up in a Joe Button podcast, let's just say, right? I can't talk about shit like that in this channel, because this channel is about coding, about getting a job, you get what I'm saying? Helping people get into the industry, right? But in this channel, Joe reacts again. You know what I mean? In that channel, and then we could go in and be like, "Yo, does Drake have a classic album?" Right? And we could discuss that. Me and my boy could go in back and forth and we could discuss that. One of you guys can jump in and we could discuss that. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have like a reaction on to that topic, right? So that's why I want to go in and do it. Right? Bert Trippin says it's overdue. Start something fun on the side. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you can use my 5 years of working in hip hop experience finally.
Yeah, man. So yeah, guys, listen, I'm about to get out of here. Angel, it was a pleasure to have you here. We're gonna bring you back a couple of times. So definitely follow my man's Tony. Where you want them to follow you at, bro?
Just on the gram, Tonio, Toenio. That's it.
Just like that. Toenio. Tonio. Okay? So you can find him on Instagram. Definitely show him some love. And you're gonna see more stuff between me and my boy. You know, we've been cool for years. Like there's very rare times that I could say, okay, somebody I work with that I liked. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nobody,
No.
bro. When I go to a job, I'm in there like I'm here to do my job, right? But this is somebody that I will consider a friend. One of the only peoples that I will still consider a friend, because calls me up, checks up on me and be like, hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. Constantly inviting me to go to Puerto Rico, constantly inviting to go hang out with him, right? Not a lot of people do that. You get what I'm saying? And also too, like we just have fun. Like there's times we just talk for hours, talking about these type of topics. That's why I said, you know what? Today let's go in and hop on a live and do what we usually do on a conversation and go back and forth. And there's gonna be more times where we're gonna bring my boy Tonio in here to talk about different topics and different things that's happening in the industry from his point of view and and things like that. But yeah, man, bro, Trippin says thanks, Angel. Hey, look at that. You gotta support it, bro. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. As long as
Thanks,
it's one,
Tonio.
one. No,
Yeah, man,
that's
that's
good.
my man's.
It's not bad for you pressing me the first week, right? You started working together. You
Yeah.
thought I was like some one trick pony guy, right? Remember that? Let me see your portfolio.
Word. Yeah, nah, you talented, bro. I mean, that's why we always respected you, even from back then. I'm like, man, this guy freaking, and he a hard worker, cause I'm one of those dudes that is 4:59 and I'm by the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, Angel's in there, like still working. He's like, yo, Joe, I'm gonna see you later. It's like 4:58. Joe, can you pass me this? He looks up. Oh shit, it's 4:59. Yo, guys, I'll see you guys later. You know what I mean? I'm already at the door. Like we having a conversation. 4:57. We still talking. 4:58. He looks down for 1 second to draw something, fix something. Next thing, 4:59. He looks. Oh shit, Joe's at the door. Yo, Joe, I'll see you later. You know what I mean?
Good old days.
Word. Shout out to what is this girl's name? Uh, what was it? Damn.
No, don't say it. She follows you. Don't say it.
Thick, Thickums. We just gonna call her Thickums.
Okay.
Yo, it's always good when you have a good coworker, man. Shout out to her, man. She's cool. But yeah, man, guys, listen, we're gonna call it a night. I'll see you guys later. Take care. All right. Have a good one. Angel, I'll see you later. I'll probably give you a little quick call before we head out. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Take care. Peace.